This is CJ arriving first at my interview with King Brothers Clothiers Danny and Kenny King. They are always so yummy looking, even ladybugs like these twins, who always have a lot to say about fashion. They have so much to say about making a sartorial statement, they put some of it in a book. Why was it time to write a book?
We realized that as we were telling our story over and over about how we got started and why we're so passionate about what we do, that we had a lot to say, first of all, which anybody who knows us knows that we always have a lot to say, pretty long-winded. But we thought, we have a really, as twins, we have a really unique lens into image and why it's important. Starting from when our mom would dress Kenny in red and me in blue growing up, which we're kind of doing that today.
Burgundy's in the reddish family.
Yeah, definitely. But starting there, we didn't realize it at the time, but looking back onto the industry that we went into, it was like, oh, interesting. Like, what we wore communicated who we were. Because people couldn't tell us apart.
It is surprising to read that you guys did enjoy what identical twins I've known considered a delightful perk.
Totally. Yeah, it was one of those things where people were like, so what pranks have you played on people? And we always wanted people to be able to tell who we were.
Now, why was that so important to you? And it sounded like at a very early age this was important.
You know what I think it is? Or what? I think it's our personalities. I think we like it when people can identify certain things about us. Okay. And we feel as though, and over the years we've honed this in, but we feel as though the way that you represent yourself should communicate a broader message, and people should know what you're all about within a few minutes of having met you. And when people had no idea who was who or who liked what or who did what, and we felt like we really wanted to care about that. Do you think that there's a genetic or an aesthetic component in the need for haberdashery based on your maternal grandfather and his brothers needing to be decked out in three-piece suits? I think there's not necessarily as much of a genetic component as much as there is a generational component. And I think as, being the age that we are, we look at our grandpas and we're like, they looked cool. Like, I want to do that. And I think the generation before us looked at their dads and they're like, I don't want to do that. So that's where Casual Friday was born. Our dad's dad was in the restaurant business. He had a restaurant empire in the northeastern Ohio area. And then my mom's father was a doctor.
Right.
And they would always wear suits to work every single day. And it wasn't even like by choice. It wasn't a choice. That's just how you dressed.
There's a story in here about how your grandpa's verve returned when he got to try on a new suit that you guys tailored for him for a wedding. Who cried when they saw him walking down the hallway?
Kenny's more of a crier, and I'm like the guy who will watch a movie and I'll like pinch myself, like, don't cry. I'll do it alone. It's like he doesn't cry thing. I don't know what it is. But it wasn't just Kenny, like the whole family was there because we didn't try to make it a big deal, but it happened to be over the holidays, so everybody was there, and we took my grandpa aside into a room and we were going to figure everything out with him alone. But he liked it so much, he hugged us and ran out, and just like strode out into the kitchen, and everybody, like, my mom was crying, our aunts were crying, our grandma said, let's make out. So it was quite the big reveal. It was one of my favorite things I've ever experienced.
Which one of you guys has the neater closet?
Kenny, for sure. So I have the neater everything.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why, but it's definitely... I don't find it appropriate to take off my custom suit and throw it on the bed, for instance. But then when you go into the room and you have so many options at eye level waiting for you that you can just pick and choose. No doors get in your way when you're trying to find an outfit for the day. No.
What's your second favorite passion after fashion?
That's a really good question.
Ooh, I might get a short answer here.
No, it's not easy now. I know mine. I'll figure it out. Okay. After image and clothing, I would say my second passion would be food travel.
Okay.
Travel food. Yeah, I think for me, obviously, it's the same answer. Sorry, everybody.
When are those ugly haircuts going to go out of style? I hate that with the hair shaved off. And you guys have different shaped heads and hair. I can tell that because of these haircuts.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that before, but because of these haircuts, I can tell that this one's got, I think he's got more hair actually. All the shaved off the side.
Yeah, it's getting a little more extreme now. I don't really know why, but I think maybe it's to make your faces look more oval. So I have always, growing up, had to do something like poofy in the front. So for me, like if it's sort of in style, I'm embracing it because my hair doesn't go down. So as soon as like the hair down or whatever, as soon as that comes back in style, I'm screwed.
You're gonna be bummed.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of riding this wave.